Good evening and welcome to Newsline. I'm Claire Adelabu Abdurrazak, and I'm so delighted to go through tonight's journey once again. Now, Sunday evenings have their own charm, don't they? As the day winds down, we gather again tonight on Newsline, whether near or far, to share stories that truly connect us. Now, we have stories that will uplift your spirit tonight, touch your heart, and also make you ask, is this really true? Now, some may also leave you pondering, while others will remind you of the beauty in our shared humanity. We'll also shine a spotlight on incredible Nigerians rewriting the narrative, exploring the sacrifices that shape our communal spirit, and also celebrating the power of kindness, unity, and sharing. And in addition, we'll add a splash of color, highlighting our vibrant festivals and traditions that celebrate our very rich heritage. And yes, we will pay tribute to those we've lost, remembering the lives and legacies that continue to inspire us. Now the stories are just beginning, and each one will leave its mark. So please sit back, relax, and be my guest. Oh, I won't let this slip by. An overdue warm welcome to Ogochukwu, who joined the Newsline family last week. Although I didn't get to properly welcome her, it's better late than never. Ogo, we're very glad to have you on the Newsline team.
I'm glad to be here, Claire, the captain. And I must say, last week, Elizabeth did justice to that introduction. Thank you for having me on the news segment of Newsline. And now we begin the news with the UN Climate Change Conference, COP29, which closed with a new finance goal to help countries to protect their people and economies against climate disasters and share in the vast benefits of the clean energy boom. With a central focus on climate change, Finance COP29 brought together nearly 200 countries in Baku, Azerbaijan, and reached a breakthrough agreement that would triple public finance to developing countries from the previous goal of $100 billion annually to $300 billion annually by 2035, secure efforts of all actors to work together to scale up finance to developing countries from public and private sources to the amount of $1.3 trillion per year by 2035. Known formally as the new Collective Quantified on Climate Finance, NCGQ, it was agreed after 2 weeks of intensive negotiations and several years of preparatory work in a process that requires all nations to unanimously agree on every word of the agreement. And now the 2024-2025 International Conference of Conjoined Twins is craving a new agenda for a promising future for patients. And the King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center is providing the platform in Riyadh, where fresh concerns are tasking global health champions in navigating through the hurdles to solve issues of immediate priorities. And one of such is the conjoined twins. Correspondent Abubakar Kwanga reports.
The 2024 and 2025 Conjoined Twins Conference holding in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, is a global phenomenon seeking sincere answers to many questions left to only one man to solve, the Saudi monarch, King Salman bin Abdulaziz. Now ovations are high as number of patients for the single fertilized egg that splits and develops into two individuals known as conjoined twins are becoming more alarming for one individual to address. The King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center is not only, spreading its tentacles around the world, but it has its own stopover in Nigeria. Nigeria is also a major beneficiary, as 3 different families have successfully undergone the experience with all their babies hale and hearty, a gesture that cut across 26 countries with 143 cases and 61 pairs, now leading top conversation by experts.
hundreds of thousands of children dying every year because of congenital anomalies, and conjugated twins is one of these important congenital anomalies.
Is an incredible humanitarian initiative that not only would serve the areas around us, somewhere around the world.
It's really a turning point, and you know, we are really glad to be invited and very honored to be invited by King Salman Relief and its partners.
Panelists say with detection of the problem at early stage of pregnancy, safe abortion at instances of major health complications and regular antenatal services, chances of mortalities and deformation can be brought to a controllable limit.
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, through its Foreign Affairs Ministry, is pursuing a strong commitment with the United Nations for the declaration of 24th November of every year as World Conjoined Twins Day. This is to raise global awareness and to seek greater partnership in meeting international demands of stemming the health challenge, especially in developing countries. In Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, I am Abubakar Akwanga, NTA.
Now, Nasarawa State government is stepping up campaign to reduce the burden of cervical cancer in the state with vaccination of more than 2,000 girls within the age group of 9 to 14 years. This was disclosed at a stakeholders engagement with the Nasarawa State's Primary Healthcare Development Agency in Lafia. Victoria Ojito reports.
Findings show that human papillomavirus, which is the leading cause of cervical cancer, is responsible for 95% cases of cancer in Nigeria and second most common amongst women in Nigeria. This is to bridge gap and ensure that girls within the age group of 9 to 14 who are not sexually active get immunized. The stakeholders meeting therefore provides platform to review the 2023 vaccination exercise and strategies to step up the campaign to ensure no girl child between age 9 to 14 is left out in the immunization exercise.
Our target was on 238,000, 216,000 girls 9 to 14 years. And the National Health Supply us with all the required vaccines, so we'll be able to vaccinate more than 238 girls 9 to 14 years in the state.
The state integrated those activities into the already existing immunization schedule, as well as leveraging on other program activities like MNCH Week.
Already, Lafia, Karo, and Wamba local government areas have been selected to conduct HPV intensification to improve their uptake on the vaccine. In Lafia, Victoria Kaswa Ojito, NTA News.
And still talking health, diabetes has been factored as a major cause of disability in Nigeria, accounting for a significant number of cases of kidney failure, heart attack, and stroke. The Diabetes Association of Nigeria says Nigeria accounts for about 5% of the global diabetes burden, with approximately 5 million people living with diabetes, and the number is projected to rise to 12 million by 2045. Ngufan Shaji Ugwanyi reports that these issues were highlighted at a sensitization campaign held in Abuja to mark World Diabetes Day.
The popular Wuse Market area in Abuja buzzing with activities. On the sidelines is the Diabetes Association of Nigeria.
People living around Wuse Market.
Concerned about the statistics of Nigerians living with diabetes, they set up these free medical screening to help individuals know their status as they mark 2024 World Diabetes Day.
Number one cause of preventable blindness globally is diabetes. Amputation that are not related to road traffic accident or trauma or an accident is diabetes. So it is a major cause of disability.
I am living with type 2 diabetes. And we also take drugs on daily basis. Some time ago, last 2 years, that injection used to cost like between 3,000–4,000 naira. But now that drug now costs about 20-something thousand. And I take like 3 bottles in a month.
There is this sugary and sweetened beverages tax that was passed into law in the past administration. And for some time now, I think sometimes in April, the deductions were stopped. So we want them to recommence the deductions. And not only that, we want them to recommence the deductions, we also want them to use this tax for the benefit of the patients.
They also advise diabetic patients to adhere strictly to their medication and diet plans and to also seek regular medical checkups to manage their condition effectively. In Abuja, Gufan Shaji Ogwanyi, NTA News.
Now, the bank that has the best interests of its customers at the heart of its business, Zenith Bank, has officially set the tone for the Yuletide with its annual light-up ceremony. Adeola Komiakere reports that the light-up is aimed at sharing happiness, showing love, and giving joy this season and beyond.
Zenith Bank's sustainability and corporate social responsibility initiatives are hinged on the belief that present-day business performance is not all about the financial numbers, but social investment that contribute to inclusive economic growth and development, with customers at the center. The Light Up project, which has been sustained for the past 18 years, is one of such initiatives of Zenith Bank PLC, and each year comes with beautiful designs. This, Lagos residents are always looking forward to, as it gets bigger and better, serving as tourist destination of some sort. Then came the moment with the ambience fully charged for the ceremony.
And brought you all the blessings and all the encouragement for the season. And let us light up the nation and use this as a source of collaboration as we continue to light up the season.
Yes, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Christmas is officially in the air. This will be the best Christmas yet.
At Jose at Deogun on Victoria Island, where Zenith Bank headquarters is located, with the popular Eco Hotel roundabout, is now wearing a new look, especially at night. Leadership of the bank says the light up is another way to connect with its customers.
And we'll continue to do that as a part of bringing joy, sharing love, sharing kindness, and making sure that the people and the environment where we operate, they're happy. Please share love, share kindness to everyone, the loved ones, as well as the less privileged.
Zenith Bank PLC has continued to distinguish itself in the Nigerian financial services industry as an institution committed to building a more sustainable and inclusive economy, promoting responsible business practices in its operations.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
In Lagos, Adeola Komiakere, NTA News.
And elsewhere, Good Mama detergent has been attested by its users as the best in removing tough stains on clothes. This was the view of participants at the Good Mama Day Out neighborhood campaign held in Ibadan. Lukman Hassan has the
The participants of the Good Mama's Day Out neighborhood campaign noted that the show has brought to the fore the quality and difference which makes Good Mama stand out among other detergents.
My experience I have with Good Mama is that, in fact, it's the best detergent so far, which I have been using. And it always removes stain, in respect of any color of the stain.
If you have a stain in your white clothes, Good Mama will help you to clean it, pure, and it has very nice stains.
The Good Mama's Day Out neighborhood campaign, which featured different opportunities to award consumers in various categories such as best dress, best head tie, and best catwalk, also included a Good Mama wash demo, detergent showcase, and raffle draw with over 5 million naira worth of prizes and cash won.
I want to say a very big thank you to Good Mama for gifting me a washing machine. I'm very happy. I say a big thank you to them.
Thank you to Good Mama. God bless Good Mama. Good Mama live. Thank you, everybody. I say thank you. I wouldn't believe it, but it's God.
Speaking on the essence of the Good Mama's Day Out neighborhood campaign, the brand manager, Ramat Haruna, explained that Good Mama is one brand that has shown commitment to helping people look and feel their best and take pride in their appearance.
Yeah, we'll be moving to Lagos, from Lagos to Kwara. Good Mama's Day Out might be coming close to your neighborhood. It's an opportunity for you to come out and show your best self on Good Mama's Day Out.
Good Mama, which comes in different sizes, are scents such as lemon, flora, and diamond pack. is manufactured by Eco Supreme Resources Nigeria Limited. In Ibadan, Lokman Hassan, NTA News.
Dangote Petroleum Refinery has effected a reduction in its current price of petrol from 990 naira per litre to 970 naira per litre for the marketers. A statement signed by Anthony Chejina Group Branding and Communications Officer thanks government for its support and the measures put in place to encourage domestic enterprise for the nation's collective well-being. The statement also says the refinery would not compromise on the quality of petroleum products and pledges to keep ramping up production to meet and surpass domestic fuel consumption. Nigeria is to host this year's Symposium of Heads of Navies on the 26th of this month in Abuja to discuss key issues in the maritime domain, especially in the Gulf of Guinea, known for commercial activities, which drive the economies of more than 25 countries in Central and West Africa. On the global stage, the region accounts for about 15% of the global oil consumption, as well as approximately 50 to 60 billion barrels, and is vital in the global energy landscape. Other issues central to the enhancement of maritime security and safety in the region will be discussed, including the need for countries to strengthen regional cooperation and governance by fostering multi-dimensional partnerships. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo wants stakeholders to take action against substance abuse, especially among youths, to stem the tide of rising cases of juvenile delinquencies and crimes in the society. He was speaking at a special advocacy campaign against drug abuse tagged Fly Above the High. Hakeem Jimo reports from Abuja, Ogun State.
Fly Above the High is a supportive movement against drug abuse. While recounting his story as a former drug addict, the Vice President, Recovery Advocacy Network, Abubakar Salami, believes that rehabilitation of drug addicts is possible at any point of their lives.
I believe with love and mentorship, you can bring people out of that place. You know, information is power. There are people that are lost in this place, but they don't know there's a way out.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo advocates the need for stakeholders to take action against substance abuse now, to prevent recurring cases of crimes and criminalities in the society.
Either you are tempted by whatever peer, friend, loved ones, whoever, the answer, don't hide if you seek help. If you make effort, you can get out of it.
Participants suggest strict legislation against substance abuse as a way out of the menace.
These substances are not supposed to be available. The availability is much in our environment. So that primordial level is very important, where government legislates, strict legislation, and then, of course, making sure that those legislations are implemented.
If that awareness is created from the school level, family level, and there's a political will and support for that awareness, then we'll be caught the use.
There are some parts in the brain that does not need your consent to function. So when you take drug, it makes your brain work abnormally.
One can overcome the addiction through God and through seeking counseling.
The Enlightenment program metamorphosed into a panel discussion where the panelists encouraged Nigerians to shun substance abuse in its entirety. In Abuja, Hakeem Jimo, NTA News.
In the meantime, operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have arrested a 50-year-old businessman at the Akano Ibiam International Airport in Enugu for ingesting 90 wraps of cocaine. Sawa Khalil Ibrahim reports that a Chinese national and a Nigerian drug kingpin were also nabbed in Lagos.
2, 3, 4.
The 50-year-old businessman was intercepted by NDLEA on Wednesday, 20th November 2024, on arrival from Ethiopia at Enugu Airport, following months of intelligence and surveillance on him. He was subsequently placed on excretion observation, during which he ingested 90 pellets of cocaine weighing 2.019 kilograms in 7 excretions. In another well-coordinated operation carried out by a Special Operations Unit of the agency on Thursday, 21st November, head of a cocaine distribution cartel, was arrested along with 5 of his associates in Lagos. A total of 2.412 kilograms of cocaine were recovered from them. In a related development, another drug syndicate operated by a Chinese man has been dismantled by NDLEA operatives following his arrest at his hotel in Lagos. He is said to be the brain behind a transborder drug trafficking syndicate. In Ekiti State, NDLEA operatives on Sunday, 17th November, arrested a 50-year-old physically challenged woman with 286 grams of Colorado and loud. Raids and arrests were also carried out in Edo, Kano, and Bauchi states. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA.
The Norwegian Council of Refugees says Republic of Sudan is on the verge of severe famine as Romania and Uruguay go to the polls to vote in presidential elections. Kolo Mohammed brings us details of this and other stories on Global Update.
Participants at COP29 approved a bitterly negotiated deal on Sunday. The deal placed developing nations at the mercy of worsening disasters as it dismissed $100 billion a year pledge from wealthy historic polluters. In other news, Sudan is envisaging threats of severe famine. The wartime country is on countdown to famine and is also experiencing the biggest humanitarian crisis on the planet, one which the world is neglecting, according to Norwegian Refugee Council chief. And in Europe, Social Democrat Prime Minister Marcel Ciolaco is said to be leading a field of 13 hopefuls in the polls with about 25%, followed closely by far-right leader George Simeon on 15 to 19%. George Simeon said if elected president, he will stop Romania's military aid to neighboring Ukraine. He, however, did not give a reason for the intended decision. In the same vein, Uruguayans also cast votes to vote a new president for the second round vote of the general elections. The leftist alliance celebrated former president Jose Pepe Mujica hopes to reclaim the country's top job 5 years after a right-wing victory driven by concerns over crimes and taxes. The 89-year-old former president remains at the center of South American nation's politics as a key supporter of left-wing candidate hoping to unseat the incumbent. Kolo Muhammad, NTA News.
And as the news segment, Captain Claire will be back for Newsline proper after the break.